Hello, I think I am live. Facebook's got that little lag. So, hello. Um, I wanted to come on and talk with you today about something that I've been observing for several months now on Facebook and just with friends, and that is the concept of waiting. Like we're all sort of waiting for 2020 to be over. We're waiting for the pandemic to be over. Um, so many of us were waiting for the election to be over. Actually, I think we're still kind of waiting for the election to be over. There's just this air of waiting. And along with that, wishing and hoping that things are going to be different. And today, what I want to talk about is um, three things that you could do right now to improve your reality, like right now, instead of waiting. And I forgot to mention this, New Year's resolutions, those are starting too. So it's this air of waiting, and I'm going to make this one resolution and it's going to change everything. And I know for me, anytime I've ever made a New Year's resolution, it hasn't worked out very well. And I'm guessing that the same has been true for you. So I'm going to tell you those three things. Um, I'm curious if you're with me live or you're watching the replay. First, I want to know, do you make New Year's resolutions? If you do, give me a like. And then, if you make resolutions, I would love for you to tell me in what month does that resolution suddenly go away? When do you forget about it? My guess is it's probably by February or March because that's about how long they last typically. So give me a like if you make resolutions and then tell me in the comments how long do they last. I'm curious if any of you make them last and actually hit your goal, because if you do, I want to know what you're doing. So before I tell you about these three tips that I have for you for changing your reality right now, I want to tell you that I have created 5 spots in my calendar for calls with me. And these calls are for those of you who you're done waiting, like you know, you're over it, you're kind of sick of yourself at this point. Um, I hear it a lot that a lot of you have been letting yourself down and feeling down on yourself, feeling anxious, feeling depressed, and I think kind of forgetting who you are and forgetting what your power is. And these calls are for people who are over that, like you're just so done with that. So we'll get on a call, we'll see if I can help you make a re-solution, because that's what I call resolutions. It's a re-solution, it's a recommitment to who you are and what you want to accomplish. So I'm going to put a link in the description of the video and also in the comments. If you're done waiting, just click the link and let's get on the phone together. Okay? So in case you don't know who I am or you're not familiar with me because we're new friends on Facebook, I'm Vicky Garcia, and I work with people who have fallen into the high achievement trap. Yeah, I know some of you are self-proclaimed high achievers, but that's actually a trap. And what I do is I help my high achieving clients move into high performance. There is a difference. And what happens when you move into high performance, and by the way, I call that the incremental leap, because it does happen incrementally and then it happens all of a sudden where you take giant leaps in reaching your goals. And what happens is my clients get this very calm, steady confidence and trust in themselves, and they know they can handle whatever our crazy world throws at us, like all the things that we've gone through in 2020. My clients are handling that with ease and really in a relaxed way and still moving towards their goals. So that's what I do. And today I'm going to share a little bit of that with you. And I'm going to try and make it quick. So instead of waiting and instead of resolutions that don't work, I want to suggest that you try these three things. They're super, super simple. And if you're a high achiever, you're probably going to resist them. They don't seem hard enough. It seems too easy. But I promise you, if you start doing these things, your current reality will start to change. Okay, so number one, the first tip is I want you to stop waiting for whatever you're waiting for. I hear all the time, well, I don't have the motivation to do whatever I want. I'm waiting until I feel motivated. And the truth is, action begets motivation. So most of us are waiting for the motivation before we take action, and that's not how it works. The more you wait, the more depressed you get. The more you wait, the more you doubt yourself. It's action, any action, will actually start to create motivation for you. So let's say, I hear this one all the time, people want to eat better. I want to stop eating junk food, especially as we move through the holidays. We kind of tend to maybe eat more sweets or more rich foods. I know I do. Um, and there's a lot of this like waiting or feeling motivated to start maybe eating more vegetables or drinking more water. And the thing is, you don't have to wait. And if you wait, you're going to end up with a New Year's resolution that you're going to quit on come February or March. Take the action now. Any action. Eat a damn carrot. I'm joking, but I'm not joking. It's these small little things. It's rather than I'm going to change my entire life in January, start now with, I'm going to drink one extra glass of water a day. I'm going to go for a walk. Or I'm going to reach out to the friend that I haven't talked to. I'm going to do the thing that I've been putting off. Action creates the motivation. So start somewhere. That's tip one. Okay, number two. Number two is the reason you're not taking action, and that is your feelings. So many of us are letting our feelings decide what we're going to do and not do. I'll give you a really good example. My feelings before getting on here live were telling me all kinds of reasons that I really shouldn't do that. Lots of them. My fears getting in my head, and I know that's what happens for you. And if you take action based on your feelings, you're basically letting your fear dictate your life. There's a whole lot of things that in the moment I don't feel like doing because I feel afraid or I feel unmotivated or I feel tired. So the secret is to honor what you're feeling. And I really mean that. Like, take it in, pay attention to your feelings, honor what you're feeling, because so many of you high achievers don't do that. You push it down and deny that you're feeling anything. So you're going to honor your feelings and you're going to act on your commitments. One of my mentors, Rhonda Britton, is the person who created that. It's kind of a tool that she uses, but her quote is, honor your feelings and act on your commitments. And it's brilliant. If you take action on what you're committed to instead of how you're feeling, your whole life is going to be different. Your whole life's going to be different. I know it's tough because feelings are always there, but I promise you, if you just lean into them, Go ahead and feel them. Don't try to avoid them. They're going to pass. Feelings change in, I think it's like 90 seconds if you just lean into it. Just acknowledge. I acknowledged, yeah, you know what? I'm kind of afraid and nervous to get on here and do this live. It's not something that's in my comfort zone. But what I was committed to was getting on here today and sharing this information with you. So, number two is you're going to honor your feelings, but you're going to act on your commitments. And number three, some of you are not going to like this one, but it's actually quite easy and it's extremely important. Do not try to do it yourself. If you're a high achiever, you think that you should be able to do everything all by yourself and that you should already know it and that you should already be good at it. And that's your fear talking. So here's what I know. The more I and my clients lean into surrounding ourselves with people who will stand shoulder to shoulder with you and help you through those tough moments, the more you're going to be able to achieve. It's when we're in our heads by ourselves, pretending that we have it all down, we know everything, we don't need any help, that really starts to wear on you after a while. It really starts to break you down. Humans are not meant to be in isolation and do everything by ourselves. Right now, we're kind of in a forced isolation, yet even with that, you don't have to be doing it by yourself. What you have to do is change your perspective on what support looks like. Reach out. And I don't mean like to your mom or your aunt or your best friend. I mean reach out to people who know how to call out the best in you, to call out the person who doesn't procrastinate, to call out and draw out the very best in you so that you continue to move forward. And so you change your current reality right now instead of waiting. So I'm going to recap really quick. Action begets motivation. You're going to take action. Number two, you're going to honor your feelings, but you're going to take action on your commitments. And number three, you're not going to do it by yourself. No more by yourself, okay? I know for those of you who are high achievers, that's a tough one. I really want you to give it a shot. I want you to reach out to somebody for support and be willing to be just a teeny bit vulnerable. Okay? All right. I want to remind you, I have those 5 openings on my calendar for a call with me. If you're done waiting, if you want to learn more about how to take action despite being afraid, despite your feelings, and you want to get that support, I might be your person. I might be able to help you. I work with clients every day to help them reach their goals and to do it in I call it like the high performance fashion versus falling into that high achievement trap. So let me see. Oh, I wanted to tell you, I'm going to be back on Wednesday doing another live. And guess what? I'm probably going to be afraid to do that one too, but I'm committed to it. So I'll see you on Wednesday. I want to leave you with one thing. You're not going to look back on your life and say, gosh, I'm really glad I just waited. I don't think you're going to look back and say that. I think you're going to be happy if you take action. So I really hope that you'll utilize the tips I gave you today, and I'll see you on Wednesday with a few more. Bye.